Good mornings. This whole video is going to cover the seated good mornings and the standing variation that we use, okay? So Hayley's going to have a barbell, she's going to have a bench, because this one is going to be the seated version that we're going to do first. So Hayley, if you come underneath the bar, she's going to take a fairly low bar stance, so she doesn't want to be on her neck, she wants to be a little bit lower between the back of her neck and her shoulder blades, okay? So if she de-racks the bar, hands want to be as wide as your shoulders will allow for. So if you come nice and tight, and you feel like that's a little bit tight and you start to shrug your shoulders, maybe go a little bit wider and just ease some of that tension, okay? So Hayley's going to sit down from there on a bench. Okay, there you go, nice and wide with the knees. So her feet don't have to be wide, her knees have to be wide. She has to have her knees wide enough so that she can fall through her hips, okay? If her feet are too wide, what you're going to find is that you get too much of a stretch in your groin, and that kind of limits how far you can go, right? So with the good mornings, it's really important that you're using your lower back to do this exercise, and you're not just bending over and bending as you come up, okay? So the first thing, you want to get a nice, tight, strong back. You're going to get a lot of tension throughout your spine, and as Hayley does that, she's going to lower her body all the way to the floor, as low as she can go, keeping her chest fairly high, right, to say that she's coming up to the floor. Yeah, there you go, and then come back up from there. So you see how she's still got that nice flat back position, okay? So go another rep, Hayley. So she's coming as low as she can to the floor, just before her back starts to bend. Any more than that, and her spine starts to rotate a little bit, okay? Obviously, she's just using the bar now, but when she gets a little bit of weight on that, you can see that she starts to struggle the lower she goes, okay? Really important that you don't go out of your depth with this one. The fact that you sat down on the bench, it's the beginner version of this exercise, but it doesn't mean that it's easy, okay? It just means that you can't go as low, and it's less injury, you're less prone to injury with this variation, okay? Second variation that we're going to cover is the standing good morning. So if Hayley, you just stand up from there, okay? Shuffle forwards with your feet a little bit. Now the only difference with this one, really, aside from the fact that she's standing, is that your feet are a tiny bit wider, okay? And they're turned out, your toes are turned out a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. So Hayley from there is going to bring her bum backwards towards me, yeah? Slight bend in the knee, so just soft knees, but the action, with the joint action at the hip, is still the exact same. So there's still that joint action where she's folded in half almost, okay? Then come back up from there, yeah? And she wants to create that nice tight tension throughout her posterior chain, throughout her upper back and her spine, right? So she's going to come back with the bum, yeah, soft knees, feeling a slight stretch in the hamstrings, feeling a massive stretch in the glutes and the lower back, and then coming back up from there. It's really important that you're using your lower back to come up from that one, not just coming back up and rolling up, okay? Leave it there.